Take a look at this lake. It's beautiful, calm, and one of the largest in the world. But 74,000 years ago, this wasn't a lake. It was the site of the most violent event in human history. Imagine you're an early human living in the African savannah. The sun is bright, the hunting is good. Then one morning, the sky begins to change. A strange grey dust begins to fall like snow, but it's hot and it smells like sulfur. Within days, the sun disappears. Within weeks, the temperature drops so fast that the plant began to die. You don't know it yet, but across the ocean, a monster has woken up. And it has just put a countdown timer on the entire human race. This was the Toba super eruption. To understand the scale, think of Mount St. Helens, the famous 1980 eruption that leveled forest. Toba was 5,000 times more powerful. It didn't just erupt, it blew over the top of the island of Sumatra. It shot 2,800 cubic kilometers of ash and toxic sulfur 30 miles into the atmosphere. That's enough ash to cover the entire United Nations at a layer of soot as tall as a skyscraper. But the explosion was so loud that it could likely be heard across the entire continent. But the sound wasn't the killer. It was what came next. As the ash cloud spread, it acted like a giant mirror in the sky, reflecting the sun's heat back into the space. Global temperature plummeted by 15 degrees Celsius. In an instant, the world entered a volcanic winter. For 6 years, the sun was a dim purple ghost in the sky. Photosynthesis stopped. Forest withered. The great herd of animals that humans relied on for food began to starve and drop dead. For our ancestors, this was the end of the world. There were no stores, no power grid, and no heat. Just a cold, dark, grey earth that refused to grow food. Here is where the story gets scientific and terrifying. When modern geneticists look at human DNA today, they find something strange. Our species has very little genetic diversity compared to other primates like the chimps. Why? Because around 70,000 years ago, we hit a bottleneck. Studies suggest that the total human population on the entire planet crashed. We didn't lose just thousands of people, we lost millions. Some estimates say that there were as few as 3,000 to 10,000 humans left alive on Earth. Think about that. The entire future of humans, every song ever written, every city ever built, and everyone you know today depend on a tiny group of survivors huddled in caves in Africa, waiting for the sky to turn blue again. But we didn't die. Those few thousand survivors were the smartest, toughest, and the most adaptable to human life ever lived. They learned to fish when the land animal died. They shared resources. They survived the long night. Today, Lake Toba is a tourist destination, but deep beneath that blue water, the magma chamber is still refilling. Toba is a resurgent caldera. It is still alive.